So, I always think about the work that we do and why it's important. And when we look at the current housing environment in Calgary, I think understanding and talking about the work that Calgary Housing does and why it's important. Why do you think it's important? The work that we do is so important.
The biggest thing is that the need is still there. The need has not decreased by any stretch of the imagination. What we're trying to provide is to provide a safe, stable home for as many Calgarians as we possibly can, because we know the stability of a home is where the foundation is for people to be able to thrive in their lives. And we just want to give them the opportunity to do that in their own way.
As a board member, what I really appreciate is the feedback we get from the feedback that you receive on the work that the organization does and how important and impactful that work is for individuals and allowing people to thrive in their life. And if there is no stable housing, it's tough to get past that.
Absolutely.
I know when my children were little, we used to say home is our safe space. We can go out into the world and the world can be a bit crazy, especially these days, but home is the safe space and allows us all to achieve the things that we want to achieve. There's a real sense that Calgary Housing has moved into a new phase this year. Can you talk a little bit about what that shift has looked like?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing for us with the taking on of the development side a couple of years back from the City of Calgary is that we've shifted really from a place of planning and preparing. That was 2025. I think that was the biggest thing. And then 2026 is we're all about execution. We're going to build. We have so many projects on the active go. It's part of our build by partner. It showcases Calgary Housing's nimbleness in how to advance and how to increase affordable housing supply. We're taking all avenues available to us and to accelerate that growth. So it is really exciting because last year was really setting the table, as the saying goes, to be able to have a strong foundation for us to leap forward from. And we've leapt in many ways. Our growth aspect, our development pipeline right now, we're well over 700 units in active development and construction. We just finished the groundbreaking for Midfield. That was a very innovative new type of partnership / buy approach. And we have the support from government agencies to be that nimble. The funding support from the province, from the city, have provided us tremendous support to be able to do innovative things. And I think for us, this year is coming up. 2026 is going to be even more exciting in terms of the outcomes. We can see the productivity growing, that we are truly meeting our targets of our growth strategy, as well as even going beyond.
So looking ahead, what gives you confidence in where Calgary Housing is heading?
What gives me confidence? It's almost like, where do I start? The stability of our organization, the quality of our staff, the strong financial position that enables us to do the work that we do. Those are all very exciting things to look forward to, because that enables us to be even more successful moving forward. Every single day I think about it from the perspective of we are keeping 27,000-ish Calgarians housed in stable quality homes, and we're able to do that so much more moving forward. That's exciting, that I can say that there's going to be, with a target of 40,000 residents served in the next 10 years. And that's not just a ambiguous goal. That is actually a goal that's achievable with our existing processes, people, governance, etc. Our financial position allows us to do that. Our expertise of our staff, our internal staff, allows us to do that. And the care and compassion of our frontline staff enables us to do that without losing the service mentality that we have for the existing residents that we have. So that's super exciting. We're starting from a solid foundation, and we're leaping forward to a place that we know is achievable, but it's still a good goal to try to achieve.
As we think about that long-term growth strategy on increasing capacity to serve more residents, how does that work with our model, and how will we be able to sustain our standard of operational performance with that significant growth projection that we're looking at?
Yeah, especially with our model and the mixed income model approach, is that we do not need ongoing operating subsidies from government agencies and organizations. That's the benchmark of which we are aiming for in our growth. such that we can scale it up to whatever level it needs to be with the sufficient grant funding. But we're able to operate that self-sustainably, I should say, within the long term. So we're able to maintain our operational standards with no ongoing government operating subsidies, and we're able to scale that to a level of 40,000 residents served with very little issue in terms of the capacity of the organization.
As we look back over the past year, what is the one thing that stands out for you?
I think the one thing, if I want to say the top thing that I'm immensely proud of, is working with a group of individuals who are so passionate about the work that they do, and that client focus, our resident focus in all that they do. And that's not just our customer experience team, who does a fantastic job, but also our asset teams, their attention to care, how to take care of the assets so that they minimize disturbance to our residents. I think about our finance staff that has been able to provide the analysis for us to develop, but also be able to pay the bills in a very expedited manner that really allows our credibility with the industry to be so high that we get extra service or better service from our contractors because they know we pay them on time. It is so intrinsic to the staff and the culture that they have this customer service mentality of what we do here is for the residents, and that makes me proud of all the things that we do. How about you? What is something that you look back to for this year?
Again, I would say there's many, but the one that stands out for me is just the effort and focus that's put on affordable housing at a community level, and how the interest and desire to support affordable housing in our city has grown and is really front and center in a lot of ways.